Hey guys, Kris Gethin here. You're back in my kitchen. I'm going to cook for you today what I call carbless chicken wraps. I ain't doing anything fancy, but I'll do it nice and quick for you because I know for you bodybuilders, more than anything, you want something quick and convenient. So ingredient number one that I've got cooking out here, let me turn it up a little bit higher, is pieces of chicken. I've just chopped up with the scissors because I find doing it with the scissors a lot quicker than doing it with a knife. So I'm going to fry some chicken up there quickly. I would normally do it in a griller, but here I am in India, there's no griller, so I do it in a frying pan while I'm here. Other ingredients that I've chopped up, here's some we prepared earlier, some chopped tomatoes, some onions, and I've got half an avocado that I'll chop up now right in front of you. And then to wrap this in, instead of putting it like in a tortilla wrap or a taco or anything like that, I have these lettuce wraps. So I get an iceberg lettuce, very, very carefully and delicately, I'll peel off the leaves without trying to rip them apart as I did with this one, and then I'll use that as my wrap. And to top that, I'll use like a tomato-based sauce, which is generally low in fat. So I've got a chunky, thick and chunky salsa made by El Paso, but you can use any sort of tomato-based sauce that you want, and then I'll wrap it up. So then at least I'm having, you know, the taste of all these foods, and I'm having the chicken there without the carbohydrates. So this is perfect to have in the evening. Now if you want to season the chicken, I've got some Jamie Oliver, thyme, lemon and bay salt here, so I'll put a little bit of that on the chicken while it's cooking. And you don't have to do this with chicken, you can do it with beef if you want, or you know, if you're vegetarian you can do it with tofu, or you know, you can even do it with eggs, so it's like a breakfast wrap, if you know what I mean. So you can have some scrambled egg whites. I do that on occasion as well, but generally I'll have that in a wholemeal tortilla wrap when I'm having the carbs, like in the morning or for my second or third meal, whatever. But in the evening, if I'm cutting out the carbs, this is what I'll have. And I'm putting a little bit of extra sea salt on there as well. I don't have a heart condition, so I can do that. If you do, cut out your salt. But here in India I'm sweating a lot, and if you're in a climate that you're sweating a lot, then don't be shy by putting on a little bit of that, a little bit more salt. So I'll just stir up the chicken a little bit just to make sure that it's cooking through. And so here we have the lean form of protein. You're not going to get much fat coming out of this when you're in, you know, putting it through a frying pan anyway. So you know, it's not so bad. You know, if you're doing like ground beef or something like that, you may get a little bit more fat. So then drain it out halfway through. What I will generally do is put a little bit of water in there if I'm doing it in beef, because the water will combine. You know, the oil will combine with the water, the fat, and then you can drain it out. Put some more water in, drain it out. It just helps filter that fat out a little bit better. I find I got that from Christina Dugdale, Mark Dugdale's wife, and it's perfect. So that's exactly what I'll do with that. So you know, we've got the lean form of protein, we've got the tomatoes, we've got the onions. Not too much onion in there if you want to get lucky later on, you know. So and then I've got the good fats coming from the avocado. So I'll chop that up now. So I'll generally go for fats in the evening as opposed to carbohydrates. Carbohydrates do spike the metabolism a little bit, so I will generally find I can't sleep as well if I'm having the carbohydrates in the evening. And you know, I'm not going to use off that energy source anyway. But if I have some good fats, it kind of calms my metabolism down, calms my brain down, and I'm able to sleep for more than an hour. So that's that. Now it's up to you. You can put these in your wraps raw if you want. You know, you can put the chicken in and you can add these in as well, raw, or you can put them all in the frying pan just to cook a little bit and mix it all together and then dump it in. And that's generally what I prefer to do. So with that being said, after the chicken is kind of halfway cooked through, I'll add in the avocado and the tomatoes and the onions, and I'll mix that in like so, and then I'll kind of marinate it with a little bit of the El Paso sauce. I'll mix that in. Oh, I'm not just a pretty face, am I? I know my way around the kitchen. I shall show you how I serve this up. So I'll just throw a few pieces in here. Now what I've got in here myself is about 300 grams of chicken. So you can put in, you know, accordingly. So say if you're like a 200-pound male, maybe 200 grams of chicken you could put in there. And so then we throw in these lettuce wraps. Oops, like so. I'm not too delicate, as you can see. We'll switch that off, take that off the heat. And now I will suffer for my art by burning my face off so I can eat this in front of you right now. And like, as you can see, I'm not very clean at doing this. I tell you what, I'm not going to burn my face off, it's burning my hands. But let me demonstrate. All you got to do is just wrap it up nice and tight like that. Can you see that? And then you enjoy, basically. You will need some napkins. It isn't like the cleanest way. It's not like a tortilla wrap or anything like that. But that is that's the next best thing that you're going to get for carbless chicken wraps. And you heard it here first. Out.